Is the Osmo Pocket 3 the best vlogging camera of 2025? Short answer, absolutely. I believe it is the best camera if you are a vlogger. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I think that this is the best camera for you. Number 1, convenience. No joke, this camera, it is just super easy to carry with you and use. It's got the little pocket case that you can store it in, and so you can put it in that little guy there, which also has some magnetic spots for your filters, as you can see there. That just slides onto the camera so it's ready to go quickly. I will say that case, a little bit annoying if you put it in a pocket. The way this thing rotates, you could end up getting the camera flipping around and causing you some problems with it. But overall, I usually carry mine in a little bag because I keep some accessories with me, like a lens cleaner, a little duster, an air duster, stuff like that. And so dropping it in a bag with that cover works for me great. And it is just the easiest camera. I went across the country from California, picking up an RV, coming all the way back to Texas. And it was just so easy to have this laying on the seat next to me, pick it up, flip the screen, and have it just turn on and get ready that quickly. I mean, that is super easy. And then being able to flip the screen and have it just put itself away and lock. It was super easy to pick up all the time and just grab shots of myself as I drove by stuff, or get shots of the road as I was going, and they are smoothed out, which is nice. And just have it with you wherever you go. It's so small and so convenient. It is just easy to whip out. Another thing about it that is convenient is that because it's so small and doesn't exactly look like other cameras, people don't tend to get weird about it. Maybe in scenarios where you go where people didn't expect you to record. When I brought a larger camera like my FX3 or my FX30 or something, people can get a little weird. You know, there's a nice camera pointing at them. You've got a microphone on top that's got the wind muff on it. Now they realize you're doing video and they can get strange. But this guy is just so tiny. People tend not to care. If anything, they think it's cool and start asking you questions like, what is that? I need to get one of those to film my kids and stuff, which is another thing it's great for other than vlogging, is just family documentation. It's so easy when you have kids, trying to manage little kids. I've got 8, 6, and 3-year-olds right now, and trying to manage them from killing themselves or another person while also managing like an FX3 with an RS3 Pro gimbal and stuff. I can do it if I have the help of someone else, but it is hard. And this is just so tiny and so convenient that I don't really have to worry about anything. If the kids get into a situation and I need to stop quickly, I just flip the screen closed and it turns right off. One other thing you can do is set it to automatically record. The minute you flip the screen open, it turns on in like 2 seconds and starts recording. And that is great if you don't want to miss moments that you don't know are coming. It is just super fast to start up and super easy if you have it set to auto record. You can't even mess up and forget to hit record, and then when you flip it off, it'll just stop recording and power off as well. So convenience, number 1 reason I think it's the best camera for you. Number 2, price. This thing comes in at $519 if you get just the camera by itself. It comes in at $669 if you pick it up with the creator kit. I highly recommend the creator kit if you are going to buy any of the accessories, really. If you end up buying the small carrying case that comes with it, this extra battery that can clip onto the bottom here so that you get more runtime, I think that alone is like $70. And so by the time you buy that, the case, maybe the wide angle lens, a few other things, you've already exceeded the cost of that upgrade to the creator kit. Even if you don't need the little mic 2 that comes with it as a wireless lav, it still is just a great deal if you're going to get the other stuff. You're going to save money. So I highly recommend if you think you need those things. The little mini tripod, just all these things come with it. And so at that price, if you compare that to something like a mirrorless camera, like maybe you're thinking FX30, maybe you're thinking ZVE1 or ZVE10, either of those, any of those cameras really, you know, you've got to buy a lens now in addition to the body. You've got to buy other accessories to go with it, and it starts to add up, and it's a heavier setup. It's definitely not something you can throw in your pocket. And so if the goal is to find something that's affordable that you don't have to buy a bunch of other stuff to go with, again, win for the Osmo Pocket 3. If you buy the creator combo, you have everything you need. You are good to go. Third reason I would say that this camera is the best camera in 2025 for vloggers is the performance. I honestly have compared this to my phone. I've compared it to other small cameras like the Osmo Action, my GoPro, and all of those suffer really badly in low light. That is not to say if you get low enough light that this isn't going to have a problem, because if it gets low enough light where it's really dim, even to your eyes it's very dim, then I find that sometimes it can hunt for focus a little bit. And I don't ever have that if there's just enough light. I don't really ever have that focus hunting issue on it. It will definitely blur the background a little bit for you, and so that is really nice. But it just, in the lowest of light, something like an FX3 that's got 12,800 ISO as the second base ISO is going to blow the Pocket 3 out of the water. It just can't really compete because of the sensor size and just the performance of that other camera. But you're also comparing it to almost a $4,000 camera for what is a $500 to $700 camera package complete with the Osmo Pocket 3. And so it's just not really fair to compare it on a performance to something like that. But I will say, most of the time, it looks amazing. I use this thing as a B-roll camera. Sometimes when I go to one of my kids' events, they had a choir performance recently, back at Christmas, and I took my FX3 and my 24 to 105 to get some nice longer shots of them on the stage. But for a wide shot, I just set up my Pocket 3 over on the edge of the stage. I was able to connect to it with my phone so that I could use that as a screen to see it, adjust the pan and tilt angle of the camera to get it just where I wanted, and set all my settings up. And then when I was ready to record, I just hit start from my phone. I didn't even have to walk over to the stage. And honestly, this footage that I got, it blew my mind. It continues to blow my mind frequently with that 1-inch sensor. It really does good in like most lower light situations that you would find yourself in. When you go somewhere to like an event, like a choir performance, or you go to a restaurant or various places, they don't make it so dim that you can't see the person across from you when you're trying to talk, right? Like, it's got enough light that you can see kind of what's going on. Same thing if you go to like Christmas light walks or different types of things. There's enough light in the ambient space around you that you're not really in the dark that much. But if you go out and do things like maybe you go look for animals at night, or you go to dark hiking trails, or just some really exceptionally dark places, this is not going to do the best job for that. It is going to struggle in that low of light, just because something like the FX3 or A7S3, these large format full frame sensors, are just going to blow it out of the water, especially ones optimized with a second native ISO that's that high. So again, convenience, win for the Osmo Pocket 3. Price, win for the Osmo Pocket 3. It is pretty much everything you need, and performance wise, it will blow anything else that's sub price point to that, or smaller sensors. It's going to blow them out of the water, honestly. It just does an amazing job. I continue to be impressed by this camera. I highly recommend it. And ultimately, if you were looking to make content, there has probably never been a better time than now. So go out there, get a camera if you need to, or use the one you have and just make videos and post them. It will work. You just have to get on it and do it. So anyway, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. I hope you come back to see some more videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.